Hello, welcome to the Reefing Texan. This is a new channel that I've just created, and this is the first episode, episode 1. We'll title this episode Introduction. The purpose of this video is going to be to introduce myself, and go into a little bit why I've created the channel, what the purpose of the channel is going to be, and what we're going to see moving forward, hopefully. Channel is going to be dedicated to reef tanks, and every topic on the channel will be about reef tanks, the tanks themselves, the environment that's within the tank, the equipment that's used, and just general knowledge. The reason I decided to make this channel is that over the years, I've been in the hobby for about 10 years. I've referenced YouTube and the videos on YouTube hundreds of times. There are some great channels out there about reef tanks. There's great people out there, and there's great videos. There's a lot of knowledge, and by using that knowledge out there as a tool, you're going to save yourself time, money, heartache. I know I have. So now that I've been in the hobby 10 years and I've sort of figured it out, I decided I was going to share some of that knowledge, and also it's an exciting time for me. I have a new tank on the way. It's going to be here in 2 or 3 days, and I thought, well, this would be a perfect time to start a channel, start videotaping the progression of the tank, and go from there. So a little bit about myself. Again, I've been in the hobby 10 years. I've had tanks anywhere from 20-gallon nano all the way up to 210-gallon reef tanks. All the tanks I've ever purchased have always been your typical retail tanks that you find at any fish store, retail store. Nothing special. I've enjoyed the hobby. I've enjoyed those tanks. But I decided, this was the last tank I was going to have, so I was going to go all out. We just moved into this home about a year ago, so I've been without a tank for about a year. I finally decided that now is the time. We're settled in, and I've got a room here all to myself, the typical man cave, and I thought, what was I going to do with this room? And I decided this was going to be the reef tank room. So again, I've been out of the hobby for a year. A lot's changed, but a lot has stayed the same. The only tank I currently have running is the quarantine tank behind me. I decided to get that up and running now, and get a couple fish in there, just to get the quarantine tank cycle, and also have a few fish to put in the new tank when it's up and running. The new tank that we're going to document and film over the next, hopefully, several years is something I have custom made. The tank's going to be 60 inches long, or 5 feet, and the tank is going to be 50 inches deep, or a little over 4 foot 2 inches deep. The tank's only going to be 24 inches tall, or 2 feet tall, and that's because I'm a big fan of shallow reef tanks. The tank is 3/4 inches acrylic. This is the first acrylic tank I'm going to own. Done the research, talked to a lot of people, weighed the pros and cons between glass and acrylic, and decided this time I was going to go acrylic. I was going to spend the extra money and get the tank that I wanted. So with those dimensions, the tank's roughly going to be 375 gallons. Some key things that I had designed into the tank are external overflows. This tank will have 3 separate external overflows. The tanks I've had in the past have all been, again, your typical retail tanks, glass, internal overflows, whether they be in the corner or in the middle. And they work great, but they take up valuable real estate. I didn't want to take up any valuable real estate in this tank, so I decided, I was definitely going to go external overflows. Along with the external overflows, the tank's going to have 6 return ports, 4 in the back, 2 in the front. The stand you see here was custom made by me, by hand. Did the tank myself, did the light canopy myself. Light canopy suspended from the ceiling. Currently it just has 2 separate high output T5 fixtures in it. Once the tank is up and set up and running and cycled and ready for coral. I do have 2 Radion Gen 3 Pros fixtures that I'm going to put in the middle. So I'm going to run a combination of T5 and LED. In the past, I've had LED tanks, I've had T5 tanks, but I've never combined the 2. I decided to try that on this tank. So, you know, I don't get too deep into it without even having a tank here to show you. So, again, the purpose of this video is just to introduce myself, introduce the channel, and share with you what the purpose of the channel is going to be. I look forward to making the videos. I think it adds to the hobby, makes the hobby more enjoyable. I look forward to answering questions that new hobbyists may have, or just replying to comments that people make. So like everybody says, please subscribe to the channel just so that as the videos come out, you'll get the notifications that there's new videos being posted so that you can see them. I have a feeling that over the next few weeks there's going to be numerous videos made. The tank is supposed to be here in 2 or 3 days. I ordered it 5 weeks ago, so I've been waiting patiently for 5 weeks. I got 2 or 3 more days till it gets here, so I'm very excited. You know, I've already got all the equipment purchased, all the supplies I need purchased. They've been sitting around the house collecting dust, waiting for this tank to get here. So there'll be a lot of videos on each particular piece of equipment I've chosen to use on the tank, covering those pieces of equipment in detail and why I chose those over other ones, and just you know, covering every step of the way. So again, I appreciate you watching this video. Please subscribe so you don't miss out on the upcoming videos coming over the next couple weeks. And I'm gonna try and keep this channel fast and flowing and moving. A lot of videos, you know, 1-2 videos a week, especially in the initial setup of the tank. So there'll be a lot to watch, a lot to catch up on. So again, I appreciate your time. Thanks for watching the video.